out there were going to be changes this year, and we were just having a little chat before you came out, and people do like the changes, but can you tell us why you went a little bit more behind the scenes than before?
Yeah, I think that, you know, we've been making these shows now for 10 or 11 years, and I've seen them told in pretty much the same way, and what I was always fascinated in as a viewer was what would it be like to be a contestant on the show. My gut feeling always is that there was a lot of competitiveness, a lot of bitchiness behind the cameras, which we never showed the audience before. And right from the get-go, with that vile monster who was so rude to Paige, I found that one of the most fascinating things about trying to make a program where we allowed you, the viewers, to see something they'd never been allowed to see before. And we deliberately didn't have a voiceover or a narrative telling you how to feel. It told its own story. And at times it was like a documentary, and it just made it a much more interesting show to make.
I think anyone who's worked on these shows has probably longed for that footage to be shown, because a lot of times there are contestants who make it very, very far because America has no idea what they're really like.
Exactly.
You all like the reality, yeah?
She's all up on site.
Right? So you made your judging based on
Demi, you're amazing!
and it sort of fills things out for you with what's going on.
You're definitely competing with big Yeah.
I thought it was really interesting because, you know, I was really happy to see, for the first time, by the way, we've never seen LA, Brittany and I haven't seen the first episode at all, so this was the first time viewing it. And I was really excited to see that the people that I really liked were nice. And I think that that shows in their faces and in their presence. When that blonde girl walked up, I was like, oh my God, I hate her. I don't remember her name.
Good.
I really don't. Yeah. And so I'm excited to, and I want to see all the crazy drama that's on.
There's a lot to come, yes?
Yes.
There's a lot.
I love you, Demi!
We're going to take our first question from inside the theater. It should be somewhere over there.
Brittany!
First question from the theater. Yes.
Simon! Demi, I love you! She saw me.
What's your name?
My name's Amir.
Amir?
What's up, Amir? Yeah.
Amir, where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
All right. And what's your question?
My question is for Demi. If you were auditioning for the XFactor, is there a song in mind that you would choose to sing?
Yeah, that's a tough question. I don't know what I would sing. Maybe Give Your Heart a Break.
That's what we sang! Wow! Love you,
All right,
Brittany!
We're going to go to Twitter now. The first question is for Simon. It's from @TheSpearLeader.
Follow me on Twitter.
Simon, in 3 words, what is the X Factor? In 3 words.
Demi, Brittany, LA, and I'm going to add a 4 to Simon.
All right, in LA, we have one from Facebook. It's Jennifer. And Jennifer wants to know who is the best judge and why.
Okay, you're not gonna like this, but the best judge is
Demi!
I think it's a pleasant surprise.
Brittany's the queen!
Guys, is such an honor. It was hilarious, right?
Okay, Debbie, here's one from Twitter from
Rick Day.
@Jonas.
Oh my God.
Debbie, what were your thoughts when you first found out you were going to be a judge? Your Levotics are so proud of you.
When I found out that I was going to be a judge on XFactor, it was really like a long process because there was all this waiting and I didn't know, and I didn't want to celebrate till the contract was signed. I never want to get my hopes up, so I was like, maybe I know. But when I did get the phone call from my manager, I just like sat the phone down and I was like, oh my God, this is totally a God thing, because it came at the perfect time in my life, and I was just blown. I mean, my mind was blown, and I'm so honored.
And Simon, because I saw very early footage of you interacting with them. It made me laugh because I could tell she was genuinely making you laugh with her insults and her comments. Did it surprise you? Did you know that going in, or was it a surprise that you would have that sort of relationship?
Well, when we spoke on the phone, we first spoke about Debbie coming on the show. She was really sweet, and I thought, oh, she's really nice and sweet. What a lovely girl. And then day one, it all changed. Immediately, it was quite a surprise. But if I'm comfortable with someone, it means that I can argue with them and I can laugh. So I'm obviously comfortable with both these girls because they give as good as they get. And that's what we wanted. That's why we wanted to hire them.
Okay, Brittany from Twitter from @RockTheLife. Do you see yourself in any of the contestants? And how does that make you feel as a judge? What do you do?
Well, I can totally relate to the contestants, definitely. I've been in this business since I was very young, so I know what that feels like to want something so bad and to have a dream and a passion for it. And that's just what makes the show even more special.
And you can see sometimes you let them down easy, and then sometimes you just have to be really direct. And that's probably what you were talking about. You get a feel for who they are as people as well. So it must be really challenging for both of you being performers since you were very young and having to tell these young people. You can see that. You can see, and how rewarding it is when you get to say yes to someone like Julie. Okay, we have another from Twitter for Simon. Trini with 2 eyes, 96. If you weren't famous, Simon, what would you like to be? If you weren't famous, what would you like to be? I don't know what the other choices are.
Well, most of my life, I spent, behind the cameras. I ran a record label. I was 17 when I went into the music business, so that was my day job. And I was really, really, really happy doing that as a job. And I was offered TV shows, and I always used to turn them down. Because I always thought the idea of being in front of the camera would be horrendous. And then I did it, and I loved it. And I wouldn't change anything else now. I mean, it's a great job.
You get the attention, right?
I love it.
Okay, LA from Twitter, @MusicLover34. What's it like when Demi and Simon fight? Is it awkward for you, or is it like, oh, here we go again?
Here we go again.
I'll take that. Here we go again. It's actually quite entertaining, you know what I mean? Because it's a sign of comfort. We have an amazing chemistry. We have a lot of fun. And Simon leaves himself wide open for people to just go in.
And did you, as of the returning judge, did you give them any sort of hints about working with Simon, or when he leaves himself open, or do you take sides? Do you side?
No, the beauty of what we do is that no one gives anyone advice. We all just jump right in.
He did
We
tell
jump
me
right in the deep end.
what you did say before I got to this on stage. You said, "Look, Simon is so much uglier in person. Try not to laugh." And I kept it inside.
It was good.
This is in real life, and she looked at me like in awe, and then she started to dribble.
Love you, Brittany!
I had to say something. We couldn't show it on camera, but that was her initial reaction.
That was nice.
Very excited.
In the show. That was very, very nice. We are going to go to another question from inside the theater. What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Ina. I'm from LA. And my question is for Simon. Have you ever given critique to someone and after you sort of thought, maybe that was a little too mean?
Yeah, and I think what normally happens, Ina, is that, you know, like today, we don't see the backstories. Because sometimes you see them before they come on stage and they go, my dog died yesterday and I'm going to sing in honor of Lassie and I have no idea. And then they come in, they're terrible and I'm rude to them. And then I watch the show back and then they're crying and the dog's grave, etc. And it's still that big. So it does happen. Good question.
That was a good question. Okay, we have for Brittany from Twitter, when you are judging, what is the most important thing you